coming into my home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and she's literally saying my daughter is dead, airlifted, and just egregious things.
Baucom says CPS knew these reports weren't true, but it didn't stop their investigation. They began a deep dive into Journey's well-being when the case was transferred from Dallas to neighboring Tarrant County, suddenly documenting marks on her eyes, scratches on Journey's back, and at one point, CPS
I want to set the record straight.
There is nothing to it.
She's just,
Brianna.
she has no lying about anything.
We've given information that you could possibly want to know.
Brianna had Journey outside with a potty. Brianna had.
Or are we just ignoring the bite marks?
What's wrong, Journey?
CPS got involved due to Brianna's inappropriate and unacceptable disciplinary techniques, which included whooping Journey and biting Journey when Journey had potty accidents. Journey was still having potty accidents even up to the time Brianna's rights were terminated, which meant Journey would be unsafe in Brianna's care if Journey had such an accident.
Journey, where are you right now?
Anymore.
Why?
Because I was so sorry.
In August of 2019, Journey arrived at a daycare on several occasions with marks, bite marks, on her back, bottom, and cheek. Brianna would say Journey harmed herself.
Journey.
Put me in the floor.
Notice Journey just said, "You put me in the floor." A doctor concluded that bite marks cannot be explained by self-harm. I'm sure your common sense tells you the same.
Because it really hurts.
The bite marks were not caused by other children, and Brianna never reported any bite marks she found on Journey to daycare staff or anyone else, meaning Brianna had no concerns that someone else was biting her child. Please note, Jana is an alias for Journey in these documents. So,
The evaluator who changed my exam said I was delusional. You want to know why she said this? She said I'm delusional because my thoughts, beliefs, and ideas don't align with the system. Why would I continue to fight for Journey when the entire system is saying that I'm a child abuser? And she said that I'm delusional and there's no medication for this. She ruled out child abuse. She ruled out PTSD. She ruled out trauma, ruled out schizophrenia and bipolar, and said delusional. So you're deeming me incompetent because I don't agree with what you're saying? Because I want to admit to something that I didn't do?
Right.
I'm never going to change.
Journey's heartbreaking week of torture. August 21st. Journey went to daycare with injuries on her ear and back. A report was called into CPS. CPS requested a court order to investigate. August 22nd. August 23rd. The court order was granted. Journey was seen at a children's center due to concerns of abuse. Brianna said Journey was abusing herself. Journey said Brianna whooped her for peeing on the couch. August 24th and 25th. August 26th. Journey stayed home with Brianna. August 27th. When Journey was dropped off at daycare, she had more injuries. CPS was notified. Journey made more outcries during a forensic interview, but Brianna blamed the injuries on medical staff. Brianna agreed to place Journey with a friend as a safety plan, which she soon violated. August 28th. Journey was again seen at the Children's Medical Center. A doctor diagnosed her bruises as physical abuse of a child. CPS finally had enough to remove Journey from Brianna's care. The pictures of her injuries detail the sadistic torture she endured at the hands of her mother.
Brianna's
Gonna be good, right? Oh, I gotta wipe more tears?
Yeah.
I'm still crying? Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna be strong, right? Strong? What's your slogan? What's your theme? It's not about the what?
Not about the combination. It's about the journey.
Yes, ma'am. And I love you, baby. This is only temporary, okay?
She's the best.
Would have you all believe that she lost custody of Journey in August of 2019 due to false allegations, all of which were ruled out. What that means is CPS itself determined abuse or neglect did not occur in those falsely reported situations. What Brianna doesn't talk about is the signs of abuse observed by a babysitter, the director of Buckner Children and Family Services, and a school nurse.
facts.
What actually led to the removal were injuries, bruises, and bite marks. Brianna said Journey was abusing herself. Journey does have ADHD, but the doctor noted children with ADHD don't usually engage in self-harming behavior. Furthermore, Journey made an outcry of abuse. Brianna likes to say it was coached, but what Brianna is actually doing is asking you to disbelieve Journey when Journey said Brianna was hurting her. I choose to believe the child who said her mother threw her, kicked her, hit her on the forehead, hit her with the purple spoon, and whooped her for peeing on herself. Journey was once observed playing with a doll, pretending to be the doll's mother. Journey began disciplining her doll, baby, for peeing on itself, hitting the doll, shaking it, and asking the doll, "Why do you keep peeing on yourself?"
August 27th, they picked my daughter up from daycare and pretty much said that my daughter made an outcry. What the outcry was, I still don't know to this day. They placed my daughter with support system of mine and said that I had to sign a safety plan on August 28th. This safety plan said psychological evaluation. I had to do therapy, parenting classes. They also said that I had to have 24-hour supervision with my baby girl. And she's never spent the night more than 2 nights away from me. So I completely disagreed with everything. But it wasn't an option. I don't need parenting classes. I don't mind the psychological, but what's the point? And they also wanted me on medication. So I declined everything in my attorney's office. No, I will not do any of it. August 28th at 3 p.m. is when the nightmare began because they pretty much got a court order to remove my daughter, saying
And that there's a lot of questions and confusion on everything with this case.
No one is confused. It's simple.
It's all Brianna. Brianna's making the phone calls against herself. Brianna's threatening her support and advocates. Brianna is abusing and harming her daughter. Brianna isn't a student in school.
Period.